Hello, my beautiful Scorpios. This is going to be your general reading for the first half of July. I hope I'm finding you in good spirits. And remember that energy is fluid, so it can go back, forth, left, or right. This could be you or them, whatever messages I'm bringing out. If this doesn't resonate with you, check your moon and your rising. Sometimes I check my Venus and that helps me in the love department. I also do a love story reading at the beginning of the week. So you can check the timestamp below or at the end of this video. It will be right here for you to click on. Okay. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe if something resonates with you or you need to send this to someone or you want to see more of me. So we're going to get started. Spirit, what do you have for Scorpio? What would you like for them to know, pay attention to, or be aware of for the first half of July, Spirit? First half of July. Also, I do personal readings. Links are in the description box below, or you can go to that website right up there. I'll be happy to help you. Spirit, what do you have for Scorpio? With friends, families, and family, friends, and guides, you are being guided. I feel like everyone around you is trying to. I feel like you're getting hints. That's what I'm gonna say. I feel like the universe, your friends, your family, your co-workers, people around you are getting little hints, or giving little hints to you about something maybe you need to work on or do. I don't feel like it feels indirect to me, okay? And it's really to help you change your plans or your energy or your focus, because I feel like you're in your own world and you've been doing your own thing and following your own direction. And I feel like the universe is trying to guide you in a different direction. It feels lighter to me. Like a lighter direction, or to give a lighter hand. Okay? I do feel like it's all going to click at the end, though. It's something about how you deal with others and finding balance in that. But finding balance in that is really going to help you, Scorpio. Your overall energy is abundance. So it's not negative. It's really to help you gain a stronger perspective on how you express yourself. It's like expressing yourself in a stronger or better way to achieve your goals. It's nothing the matter with having drive, because I feel like you do have drive. It's just a tweak in that drive, okay? Spiritually, we have Anna, godmother of Jesus. Seeding the light, laying the foundation, divine plan. Exactly. You're being pushed in a new way of thinking, or a new way of being, a new way of opening yourself up. And it's to help you get back on a better track of living like your better self. It's kind of like the world is pushing you, and you have to handle it with grace. Just kind of go along with it and handle it with grace. Grace and gratitude that you even have like the option, okay? So Spirit, let me just have one card for Scorpio's love energy for the first half of July. Just one card, please. Oh, we have anger. Some of you are not happy with the way that your love life is going, right? No matter what you do, no matter how much effort you put in, it just seems to not be going in the direction that you want to. But that's why all of this is happening, to kind of put you on a better path, a smoother path. You know, I feel like it's just all about lightening your energy the first half of July, Scorpio. When you feel angry about something or something pushes you in love, it's kind of guiding you to look into that issue and see what needs to be changed there. It's like getting out of that energy that it's everyone else and kind of looking at yourself. Not that you're to blame, but to see how you affect that particular energy. Okay, so moving forward, we have I relate and peace. Beautiful. So as far as your abundance goes, it's about grace, right? It's about seeing the signs around you and working them all together. They're showing me you're getting pieces of a puzzle and then you have to put the puzzle together. Okay, Scorpio? So we're going to use Tarot in Wonderland. If you ever wonder what decks I'm using, there's a link in the description box below that'll take you to a page of every deck, book, anything that I used or loved. It's there. Okay. So Spirit, what do you have for Scorpio? First half of July. Okay, so we have the Emperor, the Two of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the Eight of Swords, the Ace of Swords, that's that idea, the Six of Cups, the Queen of Cups, Eight of Wands, King of Cups. Yep. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. Okay. The first energy that I'm getting is they want to talk about the fact that everything you do is for a good reason. Okay? You choose to act or make the decisions you make out of care for a situation, right? So I feel like you plan things out the way that that you feel that they should be to get to a certain goal or a certain place. You're not just pulling things out of the hat, okay? I feel like the problem that you're having now that you're starting to see is that even though you're making those plans or trying to push everything in a certain direction, you're having a problem with getting everybody to get on board, okay, or something of that nature. So you're feeling like that hard work isn't being seen, okay? So this is how you're feeling about it. Now, the overall energy is the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords talks about learning from a situation. Learning and then taking that knowledge and moving forward with it. So not taking the knowledge, holding on to it, hoping that it gets better or not changing. It's just about moving. And you're not sure about where it's going to take you or what it even means, but it's like you got to have faith and just kind of go with the flow. So how I see this going, Scorpio, is you've been a caregiver. For some of you, you've been a caregiver or trying to get something to go in the right direction or just helping everyone else get their life in a certain direction. You have been in control. You've been the initiator. You have been the top dog, if you will, okay? And you do that because that at this point has been your space. That is where you feel comfortable. That is where you feel in control. That is where you feel things work out, okay? Being the fixer or the juggler of the situation. However, there are two sides to a situation. And you do have to consider the other side as well, even though you're doing it out of a good place, all right? And you have to have that balance or that duality, of listening to others, having a sense of grace and being in control. It's like that masculine, feminine energy balance, which has been a really big thing in the readings for the first half of July. So you've been balancing a home situation, whether this is career, money, or your relationship. There's a sense of wanting things to go back to how it was, or finding a sense of balance within your home, or your stability. The thing is, you're very focused on the past and how the past was, and not how things are going to be better in the future. You know, you can't take the past with you into the future, unfortunately. You still have to move forward, and sometimes it doesn't look the way you thought it was going to look. All right? That's the big lesson that I'm seeing right now at the beginning. So you've had a really tough time, or you're having a really tough time seeing what is coming towards you. I feel like there's a lot of ideas or subtle hints that have been being given to you, and you're having a hard time seeing that because you have been the person in control, or the person taking action, or the person, you know, the leader and the conductor on your train, if you will. But those subtle hints are trying to give you clarity into the fact that you've been trying to juggle. So it hasn't been 100% foolproof. And those little hints or things that are coming to you, but we'll clarify on what those are trying to give you a sense of balance, right? To actually be the hero, to actually stop juggling, to stop trying to be above things, and to be a part of things. One of those keys is letting go of trying to get back to how things were. And look at how things are. For some of you, you need to fall back in love with your partner and figure out the foundations between you and that person. Because right now you're feeling like both of you are just different. Or wondering why you can't see eye to eye with that person. So it's time to work on getting that back. Why you love that person, the things that you love about them, the foundations of that relationship, and why you're even together. Some of you are thinking about going back to someone, and you've really been juggling that idea. You may have been seeing lots of hints or lots of messages or things that remind you of that person, and you don't know if that's a good idea or not. But again, it's about holding on to the past and how things are going to be, or used to be. Don't think about how they used to be, Scorpio, because you're moving forward into the future. So however they're going to be, you have to learn how to adjust to that. So make sure that you're ready to put in that work to do that. I feel like you're going to be doing a lot of inner thinking on the first half of July, figuring out where these messages or thoughts or emotions are leading you before you take action. I do see there will be communication on trying to get clarity on these passive aggressive things. I feel like it starts to hit you, or you notice the little messages. It's important for you to process them first before spitting them out, okay? And this is like you moving forward with that knowledge. So once you do that, then you can communicate, and it will be more effective. And then you can start putting all those ideas into action. But it's not about you being forceful, Scorpio. It's about you having some sort of grace and passion in a kind and loving way. This is definitely going to help you feel less in the cold about what's going on in your life, or less in the dark. So So let's clarify. I'm going to use this tiny Morgan Greer deck, I believe this is. Yeah, you've definitely found power and stability in being in the right, not the right, but in the know and in control. And that's left you with some sort of worry or anxiety because it's not working. And it's hard when you have something that works and you get that feeling of unpredictability and you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't like that. I don't feel in control. I don't feel like things are right. But you, at least you're perceiving, and I want to say this because it's important for you to know, at least you're perceiving that something needs to be healed, that something isn't right, okay? So 2 of Pentacles, Spirit, 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like, so how you have chosen to try to fix this is to take small steps, okay? You still have your set plan. It hasn't changed, but you're taking smaller steps, hoping that if you spoon feed it, that it will be a little bit better, right? This is the decision that you've made to try to balance things, but that still has left you out in the cold. It still hasn't made you feel like you're a part of things or release that stress that you feel about the situation, okay? You may be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But it just seems like they're cold. Like they're not even looking at how you've changed things or how you've tried to spoon feed it. It's almost like Scorpio, they don't even see that, right? So, ooh. Yeah, so, well, okay. It's like you feel that they don't even see it. And things just feel overwhelming to you. It's like, I feel like you want to pull back for a second because you're like, if I push too much, I'm going to mess up this stability that I have, this 4 of Wands, this happy home. The thing here is this person wants you to separate yourself from your ego. They feel like you're not listening to them or you wouldn't listen to them anyway. So that's why they're pulling back, okay? Yeah, they feel the injustice, they feel the imbalance, and they're just like, listen, well, I'm just going to do it this way. 8 of Swords. Yeah, it's time for you to see that trying to be in control of the situation or initiate it is not going to get you where you need to go. So you need to pay attention to all of those messages, right? The direction that you're going in is it's going to be difficult for you because I feel like you really want to hold on to the way that you were doing things because it felt foolproof to you. But there's a need for you to change it. There's a need for you to change that energy. Ace of Swords. Yeah, the Tower. It's coming. Those messages, this moment of clarity that you're having is trying to change the way things are going, to change your plans, to change the way that you have been doing things. See? Those messages are coming in to really make a change or make a change in the situation because it's really not been helping you with the 7 of Swords. It really hasn't been helping you move forward, right? It's been more of a hindrance, and you're starting to see that, or you're going to get that clarity. Yeah, stop focusing on how the past was and start looking towards the future. That's not where your victory is. Your victory is not in the past, it's in the future. In the past, all you have is this 4 of Wands in reverse. So you have this, you have what you have, but it's still going to be not as happy. You know, it's not going to be the top notch. Like, you're going to still be in this energy if you continue to want things to go back to the past and not moving towards the future. or a better tomorrow, as they say, okay? Queen of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you spend time with yourself. You're trying to get secure in making those changes and being that nurturing, kind, taking a different approach. You have to spend some time with yourself to get that idea in order to do that, in order to accept the situation. And two, I feel like you don't want to be wrong. You weren't doing this in a negative way, but you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. But you're starting to see that injustice that your partner was seeing, okay? Or feeling it from their side of things. Eight of Wands. Yeah, I feel like once you start expressing this, what you're holding in or what you have been working on, you're starting to see that even though you were happy or content, it was like you were happy and content. And it wasn't making the other person happy or content. So now I feel like you're conversating about that. It's the key is to be open to having this conversation about it, okay? And letting your partner or the person you're with actually be a part of the conversation, not judging them or saying anything crazy to them, right? Yeah, I'm starting to feel like you may throw your guard up because you're trying to explain why you were doing that or why you were trying to get everything to work instead of listening to kind of what needs to be changed. I feel like the person that you're with or the other side of this wants to be recognized in their own way, but you also want to be recognized, but it's about dealing with ego. See, there's so many things or ways. This is what they're saying with this card, honestly, Scorpio. There's so many different perspectives. Everyone has their own perspective and their ways of looking at things, right? And everybody feels like their way is the right way. But there has to come a time where you're going to have to where you're going to have to balance. You got to attain some sort of glory. You have to get to some sort of success or fulfillment in this situation. King of Cups. Yeah. Okay, so this is when reality kicks in. You don't want to lose this. You don't want to lose what it is that you have. And you're going to do that if you keep trying to hold on to the old ways. It's like you finally need to see that, or you either get to see that it's going to have to change, right? So your way, this is so crazy, but your way of seeing things as your way of self-expression is causing a distance between your love energy. So the person that you're with or you finding love, right? Because you're scared of opening up. Or this could be them too, because energy goes another way. You're scared of releasing that power. But you have to take this knowledge that you have gained here, Scorpio, and take it somewhere. See, it's just going to turn into more and more frustration. You got to be patient. You got to be patient. If you're not patient, if you don't show grace, if you don't have balance in the situation, there's going to be a disunion in what you have built. And you don't want that. Okay? So Scorpio, before we end, I like to facilitate spiritual growth as much as possible. That's my storyline before I get into this. But I believe in journaling. Okay? So to help you with journaling, I have gotten these cards to focus on things for you to meditate on or journal on for the first half of July or whenever this message takes place for you. So the first one is, what is the most courageous thing I have done? And you can choose all of these or just one, whatever resonates with you, but it's just to get that dialogue going with your conscious and subconscious, okay? We have, what am I thankful for in my life? And what's the one thing I'd like others to remember about me at the end of my life? Beautiful. So you can use all of these or just one, but I do suggest, my professional opinion, that you at least do one of these. Okay, journal or meditate on the questions and see what you and spirit can collaborate and come up with. Okay, so I love you so much, and I will see you for the mid-months. Blessings. Bye bye.